It was kind of nice. I kind of miss playing with the Tyranids, especially the tentacles. But I'll get back into it at some point later on down the road. Without a doubt. I just gotta get dedicated to having a weekend stream. That would probably help a lot with game matches in. Ooh, Tyranids. This will be awkward, since we're gonna have to... Well, it's maybe not as awkward as I make it sound. I can get a beacon. I have 3 frigates. And I can listen for potential rushes, although with that weird glitch that I noticed before that has Tyranids rush sometimes be audible and sometimes doesn't, it makes it really tricky for me to even guess, infer where they might be on the map, since I can't tell even if that's working properly or not, so it's going to be a little annoying until that gets locked down and fixed. Otherwise, since everything's seen well, I do have a perfect gas cloud here. I am not against having these 3 cruisers just grab the points for me, then have the frigates and the battleship kind of go forward for me. It's kind of weird. They turned off the audible noise for the tracking senses now, which isn't really a big deal. It's just something I noticed. I don't know how I feel about it in all seriousness. Now, big question. Dark matter cannon or stasis bomb? Because they can easily rush the hell out of the stasis bomb. Ooh, and disruption bomb is kind of important, but I want beacons as well. Ooh, tough decisions. Tough damn decisions. I kind of want to see my opponent in all seriousness. If I were to be honest, since I'm limited in that option some. I have to trust my damage potential might be good enough maybe, but it is also important for my torpedoes to hit them. Alright, let's do this. Let's see if we can make anything stick. I still have the anti-aliasing kind of system all set up there. I don't know how long we're going to stick with it, but all I know is there's more likes in the last video. That's all I can really infer.
You have seized a strategic
And only one
area.
comment regarding the actual change directly, so I don't know what to expect there. So that's like a light cruiser maybe? Or they've probably been capturing that point for a while. And again, no idea if they are rushing or not, so I'm going to be left a little bit in the dark. But if I can spot them, that's good. Oh. And ideally, I probably want these to grab objectives for me. I don't know why I'm making them go this way.
Strategic area.
So that was a really fast capture, so that gives...
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Alright, that gives away what I need to know. So I'm gonna wait until the Wraith Bone shift and start revealing them. Ideally. I don't know if I want to Wraith Bone shift in, but since they just rushed, that's not a big deal. Well, that was giving you a spot of 2 hive ships, isn't it now? Now I got my work cut out for me for trying to... Let's see. You have the synaptic relay, yeah, so whatever I shoot at is irrelevant. Oh, that's a little unfortunate, but... See what happens here. Try to do some damage. Yeah, I'm revealed there, but I'm kind of okay against the power assets. Now I just got to prepare for these Krakens.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Because I am currently marked, and that's going to be a little annoying. I will get hit in a moment, but with the scanner pulse, it's going to be a little tricky to do.
We shall flay them all. I see slaves to be claimed.
The sooner these things die, the better. As far as like the scanner pulses, especially, that's my one weakness right now. Being constantly revealed.
What aids the cabal? Agreed. How may I serve?
Oh, I didn't actually scanner pulse. Oh yeah, they rushed away, that's why. Keep going. I have revealed everything at least, so there's that. Now I wish I had the scanner, the disruption bomb. That would be kind of nice there.
We move. The Cabal is all. With all
I have torpedoes, I just gotta actually deal with the shields.
agreed.
For maybe these torpedoes to start sticking quite well.
Agreed.
Although I do have cruisers, they have torpedoes, so this will help a ton.
Wish. Let the engines scream. We shall flay them all.
That was unfortunate. That was really unfortunate there.
Make repairs. We strike anew.
Since once I start killing stuff, this helps me some. But again, scanner pulses are a bit of annoyance.
Let the engines scream.
If I can keep juking and jiving, it helps a little bit.
What aids the Cabal? If it please you.
Ah, that was sucky. If only those torpedoes had hit, this would... Actually, I could still fire torpedoes. This is just becoming a mess now.
Perish in this cause. Strike, brethren, and perish.
Yeah, I learned my lesson. Disruption bomb is too important for this type of match. Because right now, those 3 torpedoes just single-handedly killed that battleship off. So I need to be able to do that faster. If, or ideally, kill off the frigates too.
Our walls run with blood.
The lances didn't quite do enough damage. Hell, I need my entire fleet to kill them immediately. I should have seriously just gone for a killing blow on those things. Since the Tyrant's pretty screwed once a handful of their Krakens are dead. So can we try this again? Since we spot them really damn well. Having one battleship try and do the brunt of the damage was not nearly enough, though. Begs a question. I do like the extended range still. It's good for doing chipping damage, and with the Krakens having no shields, that can still be permanent damage. I just gotta remember to juke and jive to help a lot with dodging the pyro acid. That is really important in that regard. A lot of side strafing. It's a little tricky for the battleship because of how big and large it is, but it seems like we dodged them really damn well at distance. There's only like 1 or 2 fire assaults, and I don't think I even repaired any of them, which can cause issues later on, just due to the morale damage it would cause. But those torpedoes need to hit. It's undeniable. It's just, again, the question. Do I try and blind the Kraken, since we are, after all, dealing with like 8 of them? 7 of them? I don't know how many actually you get for the 3 Hive ships fleet. I just know that fleet was terribly bad when I played against them against Tau with my Custodian 3 Protectors, or 2 Protectors and the 3 Sauces. It was ridiculously bad. They just got eradicated with no effort at all. Now I'm trying to remember. Oh, Stomach Acid's the one. I'm just curious how many frigates they have, because it's not like all the other matchups where they only have like 2, maybe even 3 frigates. So in all seriousness, I should have probably just focused on the Hive ships. They still get a handful of Krakens, goes without saying. Oh, that's torpedo 1, I don't want that. They had 5 of them. Maybe if I feel like I could get a free kill in on one of them, that might be worth it. But I need my entire fleet there, I suppose. And still a question if the beacon was a good choice or not, because my opponent made it really easy for me to spot them. I just got to... Even then, it seems like the torpedoes were doing just fine against that one Hive ship. It's just they were aimed poorly, and my opponent had rushed to conveniently avoid them too. So it's a bit of a problem. In all seriousness, I should just fire torpedoes as soon as I see a rush, but I need to know when they do a double rush too, when they use their adrenal glands. That's a bit of a problem. I would have to get in point blank range anyway, just to hit between that downtime, sort of. There's a lot of uncertainties I need to pay attention to, which of course the adrenal glands is the big one. But if I'm behind them, yeah, that's something I kind of did not really think much on, is having my cruisers actually get behind the hive ships. I could have done it. The Krakens would have been awkward if there were any nearby though. But let's give this another try with proper preparations. We know what we're up against, and I can easily disruption bomb to at least force a rush, which is kind of what I would like. I kind of would like to force the rush with using the disruption bomb. And I like the antimatter cannon because it's kind of an instant slow that will slow down the Tyranids some. I gotta do this properly though. And remember, gotta juke and jive too, especially such long-range pyro asset. I could conveniently hide here, although that kind of gives away my ships a little bit, doesn't it? There's no convenient hiding spots aside for the battleship. So this is not the most ideal. Especially since my opponent kind of knows what I'm feeling anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. I would argue. But we know what we're up against.
We bring death. We shall flay them all.
Try and grab points there and just play. Take our time with this.
Agreed.
I have really good range with the extended range upgrade, so
The cabal is all.
I'm not too
You have
worried
seized
there.
a strategic area.
I just gotta reveal everything and maybe play from there. So that way I know where I could get behind them to start focusing on the hive ships, and maybe when they start turning around that helps a ton. So there's a battleship there.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
With all speed.
Okay, whole bunch of ships over there.
What is your wish?
So this works out well. It's gonna take a little bit of time to set up.
Bring death.
Just poke on up and... Okay, they're rushing straight towards the middle too, so gotta keep that in mind.
You have seized a strategic area.
We shall flay them all.
And otherwise, if nothing else, I want to do a little bit better. I got the damage potential, it's just I can't stay very long, is the problem. Nope, fighters. So that gives away all the fighters there.
Seized you. Engines to overload. Fear our onset.
Can I kill these off? That would be amazing.
The feast begins. With all speed.
Yeah, this is likely gonna die, but if it can do the damage necessary, that helps a ton.
I will not perish for this. We've lost an
Because I am marked, but they don't have anything there.
we bring death.
Now I just gotta make these guys
enemy
do
has
their job.
seized a
And also I have to
strategic
keep in mind boarding would be really good at killing them off too. I just gotta really do the math on how much boarding I need to kill them off.
With all speed.
And the Pyras is kind of gonna give away when I get hit, when I see them at least.
Our onset.
Ah, that was bad. I could kill these off really well, but can I at least board kill one of these? That would be ideal.
I cannot. We move. What is your wish?
I kind of rushed in there needlessly, but
Let the end.
you're alive. You're just gonna burn to death, though. Is a bit of a problem.
How may I serve? Action complete. Slaves taken.
Okay, so safe to say that Kraken's dead.
What is your wish? Agreed.
Now we just got one more to deal with.
Cabal is all.
And sadly, you are gonna burn to death to morale. I need you for moral support.
The cabal is all.
Because now I'm basically at my strongest right now, with a little bit of a hint on where my opponent is now. Now, the big question, how do we follow up? My opponent made that part easy, so let's not kid ourselves just yet.
What aids the Cabal? Fear our onset. Engines to overload.
Nope, that was not at all what I was expecting, being literally right in front of them.
Failing. With all speed.
I want to force another rush there.
Escort Raider destroyed. What is your wish?
You have accumulated 25% of strategic points. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Sadly, that is a little bit awkward, but I can do damage.
Please you.
Just, again, a little bit awkward. I would love to fire torpedoes, but probably not the best position for that. Especially since now that I don't have a beacon, I kind of wish I had a beacon.
Coming about. What aids the Cabal? Let the engine scream.
The enemy has accumulated 25%.
Now this looks like a good
of
torpedo
strategic
arc, so I'm going to
points.
happily take this.
We bring death. The Cabal is all.
Hit him hard. That looks like a kill. This is why watching for the rushes being all burnt out was such an important factor. It's going to suck a little bit trying to grab these objectives. But I can steal points behind them.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas.
I'm not too scared. I can grab... Ooh, my opponent's not even concealing himself, so this is really good for me. That was not what I want, but okay. I was hoping to falls maneuver and then rush out.
Fear our onset.
Oh, and sadly that blink did not pay off for him.
What aids the Cabal? We move. Fear our onset.
Alright, turn around, do the damage.
What aids the Cabal?
We're in a little bit of trouble here. Never mind this awkward angle, too.
Coming about. If it please you.
Don't know if these torpedoes are going to do what's necessary.
A strategic area.
Okay, take that back. They did exactly what was necessary.
We bring death.
Thank you, Lucius.
How may I serve?
Although, let's see, I may have gotten lucky due to my opponent. Oh, I shouldn't have executed. I should have waited till the fire assault's burnt off. Because now I just condemned them to mutiny again. Without...
What is your wish?
Although they can turn around still.
With all speed.
I seriously gotta grab the objectives at this point. I have numbers advantage.
Shall slay them all.
I don't want you to break, but it's gonna happen probably.
Move.
So there's only a single
What
damn
aids the
hive ship for me to worry about. That's also the scary part. The hive ship could come out of nowhere like some damn horror movie and just immediately eat my ships if I'm not careful. So I can play with this some. What I'm gonna do is deliberately turn off my shadow field
slay them all.
and see if it shoots at me.
If it please you.
And also gives it a sense on where to go, but at least it'll help me if my opponent does not know how to hold fire.
Agreed.
This is going to be,
Cabal is all.
well, like I already said, it's a bit of the scary part.
We bring death.
And of course, them hearing the Wraithbone shift does me no favors too at the moment.
Make repairs. We strike.
I wonder if they actually hear me doing the repairs too, now that I think of it.
What is your wish?
The enemy has accumulated 50% of strategic points.
It's always a gamble, but I do have Wraithbone shift and all that good stuff.
How may I serve? Let the engines scream.
Okay, I hear no rushes, so I can make... Oh well, that sucks. That gives away a lot of my strategy here.
We shall flay them all.
Let's see. I'm still waiting for my opponent to do something. I just have no torpedoes to really capitalize on this the best. And again, I would love my beacon right now, at least to give a little bit of security. But abusing the mechanic of my battleship capturing things so quickly is going to pay out nicely here. As I can just immediately reconceal myself, my opponent can't with the shroud mechanic. Also, there's another thing I haven't considered. Watch for the debris getting pushed around. As silly as it may sound.
We bring death.
You have seized a strategic area.
The Cabal is all.
Identified. I am identified as over here in this area.
Aids the Cabal.
Oh no, it's not. So what the hell just... Oh, I'm on the objective, stupid me.
Agreed.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas.
We are inside their vessel.
Okay.
Engines scream.
I kind of messed that up a little bit, but
Engines to overload.
I am kind of safe due to that jump. I just lost the objective as a downside.
Our onset.
So let's grab the point. Actually, you come back and help. It's gonna be tricky to do,
If it please you.
but I can grab multiple points at once. They just need to not die.
Serve. We bring death.
And actually, I don't know why I had brace for impact. I should have seriously gone to reload if I were to be serious.
Now. If it please you.
So it sees me. I do have a Wraith Bone shift. I gotta watch for that.
We move.
And be very mindful of, like, trying to grab this objective.
Strategic area.
That was a bit of a mistake, damn it. I panicked.
You have seized a strategic area.
Well, that actually works out nicely for me. The score is
The
practically
enemy has
equal,
seized a
and now I
strategic
have 4
area.
objectives to my name. Again, I just panicked there,
Agreed.
which is a little what I should not have done, simply put.
What aids the Cabal?
You have seized a strategic
But so long as I'm ready to
area.
jump this ship, I should be okay.
Scream.
I just, again, have no torpedoes. Actually, what I seriously should do is just grab this objective behind them. As soon as I see it grab that point, you just dive right on in there. It's probably what's...
With all speed. What is your wish?
Don't think I'm gonna likely get to do much damage here, alas. But I heard it rush, so I got confirmation to go for here.
You have accumulated 75% of strategic points.
I'll be honest though, just my opponent letting me have an easy time snipe those Krakens is a big factor of what happened. Of me getting this victory. Assuming... Oh. So, how many jumps was that exactly?
The Cabal is
I still got a bunch of points. This, sadly, is going to lose this crew in a moment. But can at least neutralize the points. I'll be okay with that.
We shall flay them all. We bring death.
Yeah, it did neutralize the point, but at what cost?
Fear our onset.
Because now that's that we'll have
The
to
enemy
avoid
has
that
seized a strategic area.
if it knows what's good for it.
What aids the Cabal?
Though I still have a points lead, even with the cruiser being gone.
How may I serve?
Now I just gotta make it not worth it.
With all speed.
And with everything here, I could potentially do that.
Scream. We shall flay them all.
Now let's do this again, deliberately. Oh yeah, I think my opponent's holding fire anyway, so... I'm not detected.
The Cabal.
Important factor, I was not... Oh yeah, he's down there.
If it please you.
I thought he was a lot closer than he actually was.
The enemy is seizing one of
Doesn't
your
mean much
strategic
now.
areas.
We move.
Yeah, this is over. I have 200 point
The
lead with
enemy
4
has seized a
objectives.
strategic area.
And that
You
was
are
the
close to
last
victory
40
by
lurker.
strategic points.
Oh, you have no prow weapon now, too, as an added bonus.
With all speed.
You have seized a strategic area.
I see slaves to be claimed. Coming about.
Yeah, I think I let myself get shot. To a limited
The
extent,
enemy
anyway.
is seizing one of your strategic areas.
Unless this thing wants to rush. Nope, that's not what I want. Just hold still and finish it off.
Action complete.
It doesn't have enough damage potential to fight
The
me.
enemy has seized a strategic area.
Especially without a prow cannon. If only I had known that earlier, I might have gotten a little more ballsy.
What is your wish?
And I should have prioritized weapons or something, but it lost its stance, so that helps some.
What aids the cabal?
That helps a little bit. This is over.
Coming about.
I almost looked away just as it was doing that too, god damn it. You almost got the ram on me.
Let the engines scream.
You almost got the ram on me again. I don't appreciate that at all. Although I am still ramming myself.
How may I serve?
Okay, that time it was a victory, but again, the Krakens were kind of given away to me to an extent. If I were to be serious. It's again a question on, I need to be decisive, it's just I'm uncertain if I should kill the frigates, because there are actually 5 of them I have to worry about, as opposed to the usual 2 or 3, or if I should go straight for the hive ships. That's where I'm a little uncertain. I can feel a little bit redeemed now, I suppose. But the disruption bomb maybe wasn't as impactful as it could have been, since we kind of were killing the shields really damn quickly. If anything, I might seriously consider disruption bomb to keep them from regenerating if I'm going to commit to a fight like that. Even if the shields are still being recharged, as soon as this disruption bomb goes off, that resets back to 0 with the 15-second stall, or at least pause between when it recharges. Hell, in all seriousness, spear crystal lenses is being used to deal with shields. God damn it! I don't even need the disruption bomb if I'm willing to use the spear crystal, because splinter torpedoes is almost unnecessary, especially against Tyranids. I was thinking about it the whole wrong way. I could have had my cake and eat it too. I could have had the beacon and potentially bugged out crystal lenses to deal with the shields. At least keep them from recharging, I suppose. It's going to take a little bit of playtesting, but I'll try one more with the Tyranids, or not Tyranids, but Drukhari. I'm just rapidly running out of words to say. I don't know what to do. Otherwise, outside what I have in mind, they're basically for, like I said, theory crafting, maybe doing Blood Bowl, but again, I don't know if the Blood Bowl time is going to be any better, since that's also going to be an awkward hour. But one match will sure to last almost 2 hours. An hour and a half almost, so that would be about the entire stream right there. And also, Blood Bowl does an interesting thing with their matchmaking as well, is where they do kind of like the 5-minute pools, is it? All the players kind of get in a queue, and then once the 5 minutes elapse, then we get paired up based on MMR, I think. At least to those that are in the matchmaking. I'm a little bit sad I'm not going to get my Drukhari match. Oh, we got Liberal, so 5 Novacans. At least I'm goddamn thankful he decided to downgrade the battleship to get his 5 Novacans and get some goddamn frigates in. I'm thankful for that, but this will be a little bit... I'm just wondering where can I be most potent. Should I get in close with Sauces? Because I got a ridiculous amount of railguns. And I'm going to have basically the same range as them too, with help with the Kauyon. It's just the Novacans I gotta be mindful of, which are going to be a little problematic, simply put. But I can grab the objectives easily. There's a last no gas clouds for me. So, I wonder if I go with navigational shields with that said. kind of odd, but I want the experimental thrusters, without a doubt, since that's going to be really important for me to actually evade the Nova cannons pretty decently. Am I comfortable with having these ships all over here, though? Since I'm going to grab these 2 points and not much else, alas, which is a bit of a problem. Going to be a bit awkward. I don't like this layout one bit. But at least I have the navigational shields for crying out loud, so that helps some. Nope. Let's see. You got a battleship there and a frigate of some kind, so you just got yourself some cheaper cruisers, it looks like. You have 5 Nova cannons of battleships, so I'm wondering what you downgrade for said frigate.
Strategic area.
It's only a single frigate, is what I'm seeing here.
Gunners, hold your fire. For Anva, it will be so.
Well, we know what we're up against at least.
You have seized
Just a matter of watching for those
area.
Nova cannons. It's the most important factor.
The ethereals guide us.
And of course, the big problem is kind of giving away my position if I
We serve the
try and grab the points with the sauces.
as the ethereals wish.
And I do need to watch for Nova cannons. So, with that said, I kind of want combustion gauge to be recharged. And this is about half the range of what the Nova cannons can shoot.
Ready for orders.
In all honesty, I don't expect this to go the way I would want, in that we're going to be playing an objective-based type of game.
The tower shall prosper. Corel, ready.
I think I just hide in here for now. I'm a little bit out in the middle of nowhere. This is a bad layout for me for trying to experiment with this fleet.
Honor the teachings of Viola.
But let's see, we have you all out in the middle of nowhere.
Launched.
The Barracudas could be good there.
Closing on your position.
And I do have reload to help some.
To spread the greater good.
Now just grab the objective and then bamboozle out.
The tower shall prosper. Drones have identified an enemy target.
You have seized a strategic area.
We serve the Korvatra. As the ethereals wish.
Now I gotta keep in mind, I can actually outrun them really damn well. This again is a terrible position for me.
As the ethereals wish. At your orders, Koro.
But I do have better speed than them, so I'm okay in that regard.
For Anva, it will be so.
Just need to be mindful. Yeah, your point defense are getting shot down horribly.
Honor the teachings
This
of
is gonna
Viola.
slow me down a tiny bit, is it? Nope, not quite.
Aircast ready for orders. The ethereals guide us.
Now I gotta watch my combustion gauge.
Gravitic drive engaged. By my sept, we shall attack. Honor the teachings of Viola.
Well, that's convenient. Thank you kindly for that.
At your orders, Koro. To spread the greater good.
You just fired everything, and I'm in good shape for this.
How may I serve?
Now, this is a little bit awkward for me. Yeah, and I just revealed myself too, so gotta keep that in mind.
Onva, it will be so. Ethereals guide us. Primary systems taking heavy damage. As the ethereals wish.
Now, gotta do the damage necessary here for this to really matter. And of course, the blessing of the Omni-Science being a pain too.
Target acquired. The ethereals have been lost.
Get in there in close range, cursed things.
Good.
I need you to unload everything you got.
We serve the Korvatra. Weapons hot. Restored commanding.
A little unfortunate there
As the ethereal
that the morale damage is being a pain in the ass, but
at your orders, Colonel.
I could still do damage necessary.
Aircraft ready for orders.
You have seized a strategic area.
Now just murder these things quickly. Try to anyway.
Compromised.
I gotta hit the broadside for this to really matter though.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas.
Calculating new vector.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points.
How may I serve the town?
Yeah, I didn't even get the one kill just yet. This is taking a little bit of time.
Teachings guide our fire. The ethereals guide us. We serve the Korvacha. Gravitic drive engaged.
Okay, your engines are gone. Can't we at least kill these off somehow? I don't quite have the burst damage, it's a bit of the problem here.
Puretide's teachings guide our fire.
Oh, and that's what's causing the morale damage too, just the Colexus assassin there.
Will be so. By my set, we shall attack.
And again, not quite the damage I want there, sadly. And the layout is terrible as well to actually support said
Honor
custodian,
the teachings of Vion.
which is a huge problem as well. Because the accuracy at such a long range would be pretty good, but if I can't get my lock on,
Gravitic drive engaged.
I should have probably seriously gone with Monk in retrospect. That probably would have done a lot better for me.
We serve the Korvacha.
Because we haven't even killed a single cruiser just yet is a bit of the problem here.
The killing blow.
And with only 2 charges on these things doesn't do me a lot of favors either. It's a shame. Not able to support my fleet at all, or support the custodian at all. Hell, it makes me wonder if I should have just launched the bombers at the Arc Mechanicus right away as opposed to the fighters. Start crippling that thing down immensely. Because I didn't really pay much attention. Yeah, I didn't even launch secret missiles on that thing. I just want to practice with Kauyon, and that was a terrible layout for it. It's a shame. I would have had better luck with the critical hits, I think. Just marking and destroying components on those things, since the railguns, the sheer amount of railguns I had would have actually been pretty good in that regard. A lot to consider. But let's see if we get the same matchup again, or this probably is not going to go nearly. Well, I can dodge the Novacans decently, and I get the benefit of jumping them, especially with only a single frigate. Just a question if the Q is going to cooperate or not. Oh, it might be a sign of what I suspected, maybe. We did get a match, though. And we know that there's only a single frigate to worry about, so sniping that's a big deal. If I can kill it. And then I just gotta juke and jive the dang Novacans really damn well. It's yeah, the one thing that was bad about sitting there, even though I dodged all of them, is since those things last for about 40 seconds time, which is kind of a big deal for the Nova Cannons. I could have actually evaded that if I boosted on through, since those were the last of the Nova Cannons too. So avoiding those is key, is what I'm learning. Just because of the sheer longevity those things have. Otherwise, how do I want to do this best? I think I just have these high in the gas cloud, conceal them a tiny bit, as silly as that may sound. But again, the plan, I like the idea of having the cruisers grab the objectives. Actually, I could do a bit of both. We know there's a single frigate, for crying out loud. So if they force the scanner pulse on this one frigate here, that's pretty decent for me then. Now, what do I want to do most? The slow effects don't really matter a whole lot, I guess, against the Nova cans. I'm wondering what's the alternative. Just Disruption Bomb, maybe. I could also, well, killing the deck doesn't help me a whole lot aside for denying their abilities in. Where's the beacon? Okay, way over there.
We shall flay them all. Let the engine scream. What aids the
Oh,
cabal?
you apparently were still visible, looks like, because it just said you were stealthed. So I'm hoping you were hitting as you should have.
We shall flay them all.
Nonetheless, we'll try and snipe our frigate off. Avoid Wraithbone shifting as much as possible.
The cabal is all.
And work
You
from
have
there.
seized a strategic area.
Since if my opponent's going to be content to deathballing, well, they have 3 objectives right really damn close to each other, so that's not going to be as convenient as I want it to be.
How may I serve?
But if I could snipe the frigate, that helps a ton.
Agreed. How may I serve?
Because I know there is a frigate around. At least I can
Bring death.
be certain of that, at least.
We shall flay them
Actually, I
all.
could use one of these cruisers to kind of spot too.
What is your wish?
Probably should have done that in retrospect.
Engines to overload. We bring death.
Otherwise, just take my time there. There's the frigate right now, so I need to be able to snipe that.
If it
And maybe
please
bait out a beacon, which,
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
well, that gave away my position a little bit.
I see
Not in a
slaves to be
drastic
claimed.
manner.
With all speed. What is your wish? With all speed. If it please you. I see slaves to be claimed.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
The cabal is all.
You have seized a strategic area.
Now, can I kill this thing off like I want? Because it's about to get in range. It is currently marked.
I want fast blood. What aids the cabal? We move. What is your wish? Agree. We shall flay them all. Fear our onset.
Alright, I hate to break it to you. I'm going to dodge these.
We shall flay them all. We bring death.
I'm still visible, which really stinks, but they are now completely blinded. Oh god damn it. That was terrible display on my part.
How may I serve? Let the engines scream.
Now I just gotta do the damage necessary, which is not really gonna be good in this position.
Onset. The cabal is all. Let the engines scream.
Now, we'll see how the generator works here, essentially. If I still get my stealth field or not.
Your strategic areas.
Nope, looks like the stealth field's completely gone there now, which is nice to see.
Cabal is all.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
No, stop. Damn it, this is a little inconvenient for me, but
Oh, failing.
can I at least do the damage necessary? It's good.
We bring death. We shall flay them all. Our rivals are destroyed.
Now, can I do the damage necessary? I am hitting multiple targets right now,
Let the engines scream.
and that was probably a terrible mistake.
We move.
Oh yeah, and the beacon's kind of in a bad spot too, so that's a little unfortunate on my part. Because again, I'm miscontrolling this terribly too.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas. The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
We shall flay them all.
Yeah, I'm doing a terrible display here. A little bit. And engine's getting destroyed here too, so this is a little unfortunate. Do I have torpedoes? I do have torpedoes up in a moment. That was bad again. I got no excuse for this. I was kind of timing that with the torpedoes there, so that was abysmal. Well. Again, that's kind of like a perfect example of the damn V-Sync. Like, it's really dilutes how easy it is to see the beacon there, and I kind of flew right into it as a result. Since again, there was no frigates, and my cruisers were in the perfect spot to do all the damage necessary, so long as I positioned that properly. So I think for at least this stream I'm going to turn that off. Not really fond of it. At least I got my additional match there, but I want to continue with Kauyon. Give that another try. I'll be a little more open-minded about the damn the zone, or at least the layout of the map. That should, if I can get some proper gas clouds, maybe I can get some decent accuracy. It may not help against Novacans very much, but it sure as hell will help against taking lance fire and all that stuff at least. So there's that. I just don't want my custodian to be out in the middle of nowhere. This grabbing objectives is great to kind of force some kind of response at least. But who am I kidding? Tau Flavor don't really care so much about objectives anyway. So I could have done that better. Hell, like I said with the custodian, it could have easily gotten out to an extent too. I didn't need to wedge myself in the middle of all those. Of all those eye to omni signs, so I could have done well dodging all that. Let's give this another try. This time being open-minded about going Monka instead. Tell me, do I want to just go straight for the weapons? Although, that's probably a terrible idea just because of the convenience of being able to just regenerate their combustion gauge. I kind of need to destroy their engines if they're going to chase me. But at the same time, if they fire Nova cans, they can't really chase me either. Now, layouts a little better for Monka. I would just have to use asteroid belts, really small asteroid belts, which I'm not fond of.
Monka, the killing blow brings the enemy's end.
So much for that thought process, I guess. And I don't need a mission dissipator because they're going to scare and pulse the custodian anyway. Pretty easy to spot. So I think I'll have the target coordinator help assist my sauce some. I think it's a plan here. Now, with that all said, well, I want to attack from multiple, ideally in one big arc, I guess. Since after all, like, to be able to focus down the same target is going to help a lot here. So I think I want to approach that route. Just got to be mindful of seeker missiles. I'm going to have a hard time focusing stuff down, but critical hit's still pretty good. Nope, damn it, that's not what I want. I right-clicked too early. That's a little annoying. Now, gotta keep in mind the Mecha Dominator at least.
For Anva, it will be so.
It's the main thing. So if there's a mutiny, I probably should use the rally there for that, since they both have 9-second cooldown. So if I do that immediately, in theory, maybe I could have rally back up when they try and break me again with the Colexis assassin there. At least for that. That's where a lot of the problem is the morale damage.
At your orders, Koro.
How may I serve the Tauva?
And actually, I could just launch the bombers. That's one thing I should probably be trying to do more aggressively. Is let the bombers go and at least force the battleship back.
How may I serve the
They're
Tauva?
probably going to take a lot of damage, but again, they're Manta bombers too. 6 whole squadrons of Manta bombers.
At your orders,
So I don't
Koro.
think I'm too terribly worried.
The Tauva shall
And it helps
prosper.
slow that thing down some too. So maybe that's not terrible.
Ethereals guide us. Gravitic drive
This is
to
why I need to
massive.
pay attention, because
Honor the teachings of Viola.
that could have sucked quite a bit there.
To spread the greater good.
You have seized a strategic area.
Yeah, I just don't hear anything anymore, so that makes it a little tricky to actually fight these.
Drones have identified an enemy target.
I do have plenty of shields, so I think I'm good here. Now I gotta keep my shields, or gonna be annoying here.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Aircast ready for orders. Weapons hot.
And of course, these ships are in a bad spot, aren't they?
How may I serve the Tauva? As the Ethereals wish.
So let's play with this a little bit.
Bombing run underway. Gravitic drive engaged. Serve the Korvacha. Honor the teachings of Viola.
So you repaired.
Shasla! Triumph for the sect! At your orders, Koro.
Now keep fighting this cursed thing. Thank you kindly for helping me.
Enemy ship. How may I serve the tower? Fire warriors! Attack! For Anva it wills. Honor the teachings of Viola. Bombing run underway. Ready.
Now can this do what's necessary? Because you're mutinying.
The greater good.
You are all but screwed right now.
Aircast ready for orders.
The patient hunter gets the prey.
Gravitic drive.
Oh, come on, Seeker Missiles. I have faith in you right now. Are you far enough away? Yes, you are.
We serve the Korvacha.
A little bit unorthodox, but I'll take it.
The Ethereals wish.
But it's still not quite a kill.
Tower shall prosper.
Can I ram it one final time?
How may I serve the tower?
You have seized a
Not
strategic
quite.
area.
The Ethereals guide us.
Now I gotta actually do the damage necessary, which is the hard part here. Who am I kidding? That's not really too hard.
Closing on your position.
I got the mobility advantage here.
Restore the Earthcast construction. At your orders.
I am getting rammed horribly, so let's not get too carried away just yet.
Gravitic drive engaged.
Aircast ready for orders. Weapons hot.
The enemy has
Another little bit of damage left.
25% of strategic points.
For Anva, it will be so.
You have accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Target acquired.
Now, okay, dang it, I want you to scanner pulse.
Repair drones activate.
Alright, now this is becoming a bit of a mess.
To spread the great good.
Oh, your combustion gauge is completely spent. That's what's going on here, okay.
By my sect, we shall attack.
A lot of my decks is pretty much gone though, so
How may I serve the Tauvar?
this is still anyone's mess.
How may I serve the tower?
And there's no brace for impact, so this helps some.
Serve the Korvacha.
Now I just gotta finish this off. Oh, who am I king? Oh, you have your deck gone. So I kind of can ignore you aside for the morale damage you might cause on your death.
To spread the greater good.
How may I serve the tower?
Strike the killing blow.
Yeah, kill this thing now for the extra morale damage.
Enemy ship. Aircraft ready.
And ideally, just get behind this cursed thing. Actually, I don't even need to go after you.
It will be so.
You're gonna have no weapons left once you get that final troop phase.
Shall attack.
At your orders, Colonel. For Anva, it will be so.
Target.
Your deck's the last gone. You just lost that.
Restore the Earthcast's construction. Gravitic drive.
And that thing's all but useless. Now, don't think I want to... Well, I could kill off the crew. It's probably not as effective as it could be.
Maneuvering thrusters engaged.
Honor the teachings of the Earth. Aircraft ready for orders. To spread the
And you have
great
plenty of combustion gauge.
How may I serve the tower?
A little bit of a silly strategy, but it's working, I guess.
Guide our fire.
Okay, your engines are completely spent.
Gravitic drive engaged.
Now fire at the optimal range and ideally, grab some of these objectives too.
As the Ethereals wish.
Reserve the Cobra drive.
Because it's going to take so long to kill these cursed things.
Disengage and move to rally toward.
The
Nope,
enemy
this is
has
not going to work
seized a
either, it looks
strategic
like.
area.
I'm just letting myself get killed here.
Tower shall prosper. Gravitic drive to maximum.
You have accumulated 50% of
So let's just
strategic
board and kill
points.
off this one cursed thing.
For Anva, it will.
It's only have 2 boarding options available.
Pure Tide's teachings guide our fire.
It was looking so promising too, and then the factor that the light cruisers have so little charges is starting to hurt me. What I want to give for additional type of damn
The Ethereals
seeker
guide.
missiles for crying out loud, that would be so nice.
Aircraft ready for orders. Drones have identified an enemy target.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, unless I can kill these off, I'm just gonna lose, aren't I?
Gravitic drive engaged.
Just because, well, I still have the lead in the points, honestly.
50% of strategic points.
Closing on
And
your position.
you still have weapons, sadly, and I have no way to board you anymore.
Ethereals wish.
Core L.
Yeah, this moments like this make me kind of really sad that the light cruisers are a figment of their former glory.
Orders, Koro.
An additional seeker missile charge, additional boarding charge would be amazing for this situation.
Strike the killing blow. Honor
It's
the
not
teachings
meant to
of
be,
the
though.
Earth. Closing on your position.
It was not meant to be.
Gravitic drive engaged.
Because try as I might, getting behind this thing doesn't do me any favors.
Gravitic drive to maximum. To spread the greater good.
And you still have macro weaponry, which is going to get the ship killed. Yeah, I really hope they change some of that a little bit. 2 charges, just having 2 charges alone got me killed. Since these sauces lost a lot of their punch, without additional boring and additional seeker missiles. That's a shame.
The Ethereals has been lost.
Because then the alternative would be just to go grab objectives, especially with their engines gone, for crying out loud. That probably could have done, but even then the capture mechanic makes that so damn slow too. It doesn't really help me in that regard at all. Yeah, well. We'll see about trying something a little more traditional, I guess. What would be traditional? Well, I was thinking maybe trying the Crude War Spears possibly. But that deflated a lot of my enthusiasm a little bit. Because I feel like that's the only thing that cost me a victory there. Only 2 charges of the Seeker Missiles. Hell, even having 2 additional charges of boarding would be great too. Just keep killing off the weapons of that cruiser to make it completely useless. That would have been a good strategy there too. Yeah, we'll go with the... Where is it? There's the Battle Barge and 3... what is it? Yeah, 3 strike cruisers. It's been a while since I played Space Marines. We'll see how this goes. Although, Micro Warp Jump could still be useful. It's just not exactly very practical, is it? With the 15-second delay. It's still good for a Battle Barge to jump in there. Without a doubt. Otherwise, what else do I want here? Well, the Assassin's kind of the main one. And then better armor on the shields, maybe? What do I honestly want? Since I want to try to avoid lightning striking, hell, I'm almost never going to lightning strike since the boarding damage in general is just so damn good. I'll stick with the Micro Warp Jump for the time being. Oh yeah, and I still need another upgrade. Let's see what happens here. Well, I guess they got themselves an opponent, otherwise we would have been in the queue already. Still, that was a bit of a silly type of matchup there. The Custodian did a ridiculous amount of damage to the battleship. It's just a shame I couldn't kill off there with the Custodian. That would have helped a ton there too, I think. And minimizing a lot of the damage I would have to throw at it, since it does have a ridiculous amount of point defense too. Which is another issue that reduces the impact of the Seeker Missile some. Oh, interesting. Corsairs this time. There is still argument to be made for a Micro Warp Jump. I really need to think 15 seconds in the future, basically. Well, technically it's more like 17 seconds, 18 seconds. Since it still has that 2-second delay with the jump itself. Which they could turn off there. There's no need for that anymore, I think. Just have a party animation. Otherwise, we are dealing with Corsairs. I like critical hits, but they already give me ridiculous critical hits. I don't need that so much. And I don't have a lot of strike cruisers. And would a beacon be good here? Because I can easily just potentially board the Corsairs to kill the generator. A lot to think on here. Actually, don't forget my Salt Running too, that'd be kinda nice. Otherwise, that was still a pretty good match. I'm just bitter about my poor sauces, my poor light cruisers. They are not quite as potent as they could be, potentially. Those railguns still would have been good critical hit damage once they got through the shields, but didn't have the raw damage needed.
At your command.
No.
We stand ready.
I should just boost forward and just get ready to go.
Where shall we strike?
And ideally keep these frigates hidden.
Hold course.
They have good armor, but still, they could die really easily. So let's not kid ourselves.
Underway.
But if they
Give
could
us
provide
purpose.
a good jumping point for
At
my
your command.
micro warp jump, that'd be pretty good, though. I think there's
Where shall we
potential
strike?
still. At least it puts it in an awkward position for them to have to take
Hold
seriously,
course.
especially with such a big nerf too. A lot of opponents are not even going to expect
You
a
have
micro warp
seized
jump
a
in all
strategic
seriousness.
area.
And I'm hearing nothing at all there. Oh, so that's a frigate there. I wasn't paying too much attention to
purpose.
the Wraithbone shift, but we have what looks like 2 Solarises. Okay.
We stand ready.
I don't
Moving
know
to
what the hell to
position.
make of that.
The enemy has seized
Lobbying
a
your
strategic
valuable
area.
charges of your torpedoes.
Show us
Okay.
the enemy.
So this
For
might
where
not
we
be
are
a very
needed.
complicated match, especially if I have fighters to help. Oh yeah, and bombers too.
Moving to position.
Huh, a lot of Solarises.
Show us the enemy.
So these are not going to be the Foy Stalkers we
we
were
are needed.
expecting.
Repositioning.
So we got all 3 of the bomber squadrons. Perfect. It says these are Solarises.
Engines
They only got 2
engaged.
charges of those poor bombers.
I am listening.
So it's another case where their light
Underway.
cruisers are kind of getting screwed over as a result of this.
Give us
And I have really good speed, but probably not enough speed for
full speed.
chasing down Solarises. But we don't have to worry about.
Enemy in sight. Show us the enemy.
Okay, hold that thought. It's going to be a
Where
little
shall
bit
we
weird,
strike?
but I think we can make this work.
Enemy in sight. Initiate targeting protocols.
I don't have much of shields, alas, so
Repositioning.
yeah, I don't care about the disruption bomb. Let's be serious. Although, I am letting my stance not be used on my battle barge.
Moving to position. We stand ready. Underway. Redirecting. Underway. Where shall we strike? To where we are needed. Give us purpose.
Now let's get these frigates going. We don't know where the Solarises are. Huh. Okay, you had them.
I am listening.
You basically had them all set up already for that.
At your command.
Okay, 5 Solarises.
Show us the enemy. Engines engaged.
Gotta keep in mind they only... This is their last bomber squadron.
Hold course.
And that deck's completely gone, so I can engage you easily enough.
Repositioning. Underway.
You have seized a strategic area.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
I am listening.
And that ship's
Where we
completely
are
gone.
needed.
At least both of them should theoretically be gone.
We stand ready.
And the beacon's conveniently there too.
All power to engines.
So your crew should be entirely gone. I don't think I'm worried about you at the moment.
Bombardment. Moving to position.
And let me set the destroy the damn deck.
Enemy in
Oh,
sight.
my opponent just stuck the beacon on there.
Boarding caused critical damage.
I applaud them for their playstyle there. I'm happy to see
Boarding successful.
the sheer amount of light cruisers, but
To where we are needed.
it's like I already hinted at, you do not have any more. Oh, both these things are still alive. Okay, not anymore. Never mind.
Hold course.
In fact,
Where shall we strike?
time to use this to our advantage. Some.
Engines engaged.
Now, I'm gonna wait. I'm hoping for a false maneuver.
That is impossible.
Okay, maybe not. I'm just gonna
At your command.
board the hell out of the flagship.
Give us purpose.
Boarding successful.
At least the flagship will still get to do its shot, so there's always that.
Underway.
Rearm!
Yeah, this is gonna be a mess.
Repositioning.
The flag. Oh, Sadly, my micro warp jump's not very helpful. Maybe I should have canceled that. I thought it was helpful, but apparently it was a terrible idea. Oh well. Let's take our frustration out on a frigate. Or at least 3 frigates, for that matter.
Enemy in sight.
You have accumulated 25% of strategic points.
At your command.
Now let's fire some torpedoes.
Hold advance.
See if we can get something to stick.
Show us the enemy.
And make sure we don't hit ourselves with a bonus, ideally.
We stand ready.
And I should have my frigates join on this fight. They're really damn good against these Arcanites. Especially with the damn 83 armor.
To where we are needed.
Boring torpedoes hit for me. Nope, not quite, but it keeps them running, which is always a plus.
To where we
That's-
are needed.
Yeah, I'm about to grab these objectives, so this still plays out nicely.
Stand ready.
It's refreshing, though, to not see nothing but Void Stalker. It's refreshing to see something different than Devil Void Stalker, at least.
Engines engaged.
Now, you just gotta survive.
Show us the enemy.
It's the main thing, so kill off this Arcanite for me, please.
Damage at critical levels.
Actually, throw another beacon for good measure, too.
Give us purpose.
Why is this Arcanite still alive? Finish it! I know your raw firepower is terrible, but I was kind of hoping it would not be this terrible.
All servitors and tech marines begin repairs.
You have accumulated 50% of strategic points.
Where shall we strike? To where we are needed.
Nope, those are bad torpedoes, because I just nearly hit myself. But the boring itself is really good. Yeah, I don't even need to add additional boring to you. You're pretty much screwed.
Boarding caused critical damage.
So we are down to basically 3 ships.
We stand ready.
I was kind of hoping for a falls maneuver so I can lightning strike them immediately in that brief period where
Listening.
their hollow field's down, but
All
doesn't
power
look like it's gonna
engines.
happen here.
Engines engaged. Feel our might.
So close yet so far. Oh wait, that's gonna change.
Critical damage.
You have seized
Thank you
a
for... Oh,
strategic-
you don't have armor piercing or falls blessing. I kind of think
Move
that...
into position.
I kind of thought that's what you were trying to do there first.
Initiate Thunderhawk bombardment.
You have seized
Yeah,
a
your deck's
strategic
gone, your
area.
generator's gone, so you're all sorts of screwed.
Halt advance.
And I got plenty of combustion gauge left over.
Our wrath cannot be denied.
There.
Damage registered.
Kill the crew of that one Solaris and kill off the crew of the other one. Hell, just ram it. That'll help seal the deal.
Show us the enemy.
The boarding is definitely ridiculous, since I can almost single-handedly
Boarding successful.
just immediately kill that thing with a full salvo of boarding torpedoes.
Wrath cannot be denied.
The crew is low enough that a boarding torpedo salvo basically kills off the crew. And if my opponent ever falls maneuver, there's that very brief period where I'm able to lightning strike them, since they are technically not moving for an instant. So the holofield does lose power in that period. But it was a newer opponent, I suppose, or at least newer to the Corsairs possibly, but I applaud them for the light cruiser fleet. The Auroras were just really damn weird. I don't know what they were supposed to be doing, if I were to be honest. Oh well, let me give it a moment and try for another proper match with the Space Marines, since they're always kind of fun to board stuff to death. But as you kind of seen there, they were doing crap on the damage front. I don't even think I got a single critical hit with the bombardment cans in all seriousness, if I were to be honest. So I was relying almost exclusively on the boarding that I eventually got. And was it? Yeah, the boarding torpedoes there. Micro warp jump though wasn't as useful as it could have been, but I could have easily canceled the second jump. It kind of put me further away from the fleet. But I still feel like this has good potential to catch them off guard. Just mainly because no one really expects a micro-warp jump in all seriousness. Let's give it another try and see how this goes. See what we're up against. Is it our same opponent? Is it someone different? Only one way to find out. Ooh, Space Marines. Mirror match. And since morale is, well, we're both immune to morale, so what do I want to do in this matchup? Since I almost kind of want to destroy their weaponry in all seriousness. Since I can't really stop them from boarding the best, so minimizing their boarding torpedoes and bombardment cannons might be ideal. Might be. Just a question of what they're utilizing. If they have double battle barge, I'm probably going to want to harass from a distance and use their slower mobility against them. Big question, Mike Warp Jump or no? Since they're mobile enough, a plasma bomb's not reliable. Supercharged Void Shield could be good for denying possible battle barge, which I honestly do expect a single battle barge of some kind. Armor piercing ammo? I know a lot of people like using this. I don't know if it's even intended, but it allows me... Actually, what's the rate of fire on these things? 10 seconds, so in theory I can almost indefinitely stop them from recharging their shields. It probably would be better than armor piercing ammo. Maybe. Since this it works at any range. Now how do I want to go about this? Battle Barge obviously just grabs points for me. It's got an easy job at its hands here. And maybe I want to pair these two together a little bit. I don't need fission as much here, I want to argue. Well, let's get going.
Full speed! We stand ready.
Now, we got 3 ships of some kind, which could mean anything.
I am listening.
It's likely to assume maybe double battle barge, although this is an odd tight clump here, which wouldn't really suggest double battle barge.
Give us purpose.
Well, let's grab the objectives and start gaining some
For where
momentum.
we are needed.
No way in hell I'm going to grab that third point anytime soon. Maybe that's what one of my frigates maybe do. Since after all, it does give me potential micro warp jump out.
Where shall we strike?
I just gotta remember to use the damn thing so damn early before they try to get within boarding range. That's gonna be a trick.
We stand ready.
Oh, I don't even have micro warp jump. Never mind. I switched that out for the
Engines
supercharged void shield.
The enemy has seized a
So
strategic
who might gain?
area.
This is probably not a good idea. Outside, maybe gain a point. Oh yeah, there was something over. There was something over there that got the point quickly too. So they have vanguards,
Show us the enemy. To where we
which
are
we're gonna
needed.
see how. If those are vanguards, then we're gonna
You
see
have
firsthand
seized a
how
strategic
they're not
area.
really all
The
that.
enemy has
Okay,
seized
battle
a
barge.
strategic area.
At least a vanguard of some kind, and then what?
I am
2
listening.
strike cruisers.
Hold course.
We'll know in a moment. I'm about to identify them.
Enemy in sight.
2 Lance strike cruisers, huh? No
Give
upgrades
us
to their name.
purpose. At your command.
Now, since that's a battle barge, I'm
Where shall
content
we
to let that
strike?
fight on its own and just go after these strike cruisers.
Repositioning. We stand ready.
I just gotta watch the movement of
Moving to
the
position.
battle barge, with that said, because there are still vanguards around.
Enemy in sight.
Okay, so this
I'm
is another
listening.
lower level player, so I think maybe this is a good example of maybe
Hold course.
the matchmaking working to a limited extent. Because where the hell were all these lower ranked players
Show us the
when I was
enemy.
trying to play Drukhari and Tau after all?
Show us the enemy. Hold advance.
So that probably means they don't have micro warp jump
shall we
just yet
strike?
either. Hell, that battle barge may even be the Lance
Give us
variant
purpose.
too. Come to think of it.
All power to
which isn't
engines.
which is not completely ridiculous. I just got to deal. Actually, I have boring torpedoes. Let's just board the hell of this.
Advance. Show us the enemy. New vector acknowledged. To
No,
where we are
let's
needed.
board the R1 for good measure. Although a little bit too far to my liking, alas.
Initiate Thunderhawk bombardment. Give us purpose. Underway.
Now get close enough to board the hell out of this other one, maybe.
Repositioning. That is
Ooh,
impossible.
just last second board. So that will force at least another cold arms, maybe. Because you have to take that boarding super seriously on that second strike cruiser.
Boarding successful.
Okay, extended range on this thing, so that was kind of a support battle barge. And guess what? This thing's in the perfect position to hit
Stand
everything.
ready.
It's got all its weapons to bear.
Redirecting.
Okay, now it has all its weapons to bear. I'm kidding. Nope, this is too close, sadly.
Advance.
I would have loved to fire torpedoes. It was not happening today.
I am listening.
Ooh, can I get the dumbfire shot in I want? Oh, those were too early. Too early, damn it.
Boarding caused critical damage.
I thought it was going to boost forward. I was wrong.
Hold course.
But the crew's all gone here.
Redirecting.
You,
Marines,
I don't care about my
machine spirits.
shields, so I'm okay in this regard. Outside the minor ramming damage we're just dealing with here. Damn it! I flew you into it by
Show us the
accident.
enemy.
I thought I did a good job
where
managing
we are
this,
needed.
and nope. Everything goes in there.
Where shall we strike?
Now, watch the boring torpedoes from the one weighing back.
Where shall we strike?
Yes. Ram it.
Hold course. Show us the enemy.
Ram it, board it.
Advance.
Get away from my torpedoes as an added rule.
Stand ready. Repositioning.
Now, one strike cruiser's limping definitely on weaponry front. And the vanguards are a bit annoying,
Holding
but
fire.
that's not a huge issue yet.
I am listening.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic
It's now we
points.
can lob torpedoes at this thing.
Boarding successful.
I would love to just board it, but
All weapons.
since when did I hold fire with you? Oh, it's probably because I accidentally had you
Moving to
select with the
position.
frigate, maybe? Because you should not be holding fire ever.
Underway. Show us the enemy. Our wrath cannot be denied.
And I don't quite have torpedoes for that vanguard to the best of my ability. So let me just continue to board this thing. Maybe?
That is impossible. Hold advance.
Gonna get some boarding on my own, but I still got plenty
Give
of...
us purpose.
I got good health strength at the moment. And you're about to lose your was it? Another third of your crew.
Strike.
So I think I'm good in that front.
Boarding course.
Yes, destroy the deck. I want the deck gone, so no silent run
At your
shenanigans. And that crew should be dead.
Purpose.
That crew is all but dead. And I have 3 objectives even, so I'm in phenomenal shape.
We stand ready. Moving to
Definitely an
position.
interesting match, but maybe a bit of a mismatch. Well, they're relying more on raw damage, where I have the boring torpedoes to just kind of brute force it on the troop killing potential.
Initiate Thunderhawk bombardment.
So once those boring torpedoes stuck, it started sealing the deal quite quickly. Especially now that this thing has like nothing.
We stand ready.
Yeah, it's pretty much limping. It's about to explode, possibly too, as we've seen earlier.
To where we are needed.
Ooh, and you're in a perfect spot to reveal this vanguard, so let's do that.
You
No,
have
don't ram me.
accumulated 50%
That's gonna
of
get you
strategic
killed.
points.
You don't want that.
At your command. Teleport attack successful.
Now lock on, maybe shoot this vanguard some.
Redirecting.
Those are bad torpedoes, I know. Since my opponent decided to boost finally, but
Hold course.
I have shields up, so this strike cruiser is perfectly fine.
Show us the enemy.
Okay, take that back. It just suddenly lost its generators at a terrible time.
Of strategic points. The enemy has
Oh, and I thought I had you out of the
50%
explosion
strategic
range, you
points.
cursed thing.
Engines engaged.
Definitely not my proudest moment if I let the cruiser
First the enemy.
twice let my cruisers fly into the self-destruction.
Where we are needed.
You thankfully can repair
We
those.
stand ready. Where shall we strike? Hold
And I
course.
think your deck's gone, or at least it was temporarily destroyed.
Engines engaged. At your command.
And see if these fighters can chase it down, although this thing is incredibly fast. Probably not going to work
Underway.
the way I would like. Boring torpedoes are likely going to be
listening.
wasted here.
Moving to
Did it get
position.
invisible? Are the boring torpedoes still chasing it? It's really hard to say. Oh, it's still chasing.
Show
The
us
fighters
enemy.
did their job. And now the fighters are going to... Well, if it has enough combustion gauge, it can actually outrun the Stormhawks as well.
Repositioning.
This match will never end. Nope, never mind. Time to cripple the engines. That's almost
shall we
enough to
strike?
kill off the crew. Right there.
Hold course.
And once
Engines
that's gone,
engaged.
they will be limping a little bit.
I am listening. Our wrath cannot be denied.
Only temporary destruction, so... But I have vision.
Where
I'm
we are
good.
needed.
I just gotta hit the cursed thing now.
Setting priority target.
Well, bombardment cannons will fix that. We almost immediately got rid of its shields with those 3 shots alone.
Moving to position.
You are close to victory by strategic
Can I redeem
points.
myself? Will these actually hit? Very unlikely, because all my opponent has to do is burn retros. That wasn't very nice.
Repositioning.
I don't take kindly to that. That might kill another third of the crew.
Successful teleport strike.
Could have waited another moment for the broadside boarding, perhaps, but this is over. Try as my opponent might.
Strike quickly, brothers.
Now, permanent engine destruction. You're not
Moving to
going
position.
anywhere, I'm afraid to say.
Give us purpose.
I did not honestly pay attention to the shield disruption. Was it as impactful as I thought it would be? Did it actually pause the shield regeneration entirely while it was constantly hitting them? But that's kind of the main reason you would take that at this point, if it actually works that way against the shields. The text would suggest that it only does additional damage to the shields, but apparently it pauses that for 10 seconds, which is a big deal. Alright. Let's go back to... I want to try once more with the Kauyon. I want to at least have a proper experimentation with it, rather than being forced with Monka. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this or not, with only 2 seeker missiles. 2 seeker missile salvos at that. Since we're realizing how much that hinders me, but again, blindly firing them is probably a mistake too, just because of the sheer amount of point defense we have to deal with as well. I need to pick and choose when I shoot those cursed things. Well, that was odd. Let's try that again, shall we? Actually, I think people want to see the war spears. Besides, this might be a good opportunity for Kauyon anyway, since it involves like 5 emissaries still. 2 war spears, a couple of Nikasars, and a Castellan. Oh, it's invalid? Why is that? Is the point cost? I still have 29 points, so what's invalid about it? I'm a little confused. What's going on here? They are just sauces, right? I could get another frigate or another sauce, but that leaves me with no frigates, which I don't like. Huh. I wonder if I get Castellans instead, how many points would that leave me? 37 for Warden. Do I like this? Is this better? I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm just wondering, why is it invalid? Well, that fixed it, whatever it was. Which was a bit odd. Just gotta remember I won't have a mission disappear for this, I think. I don't think I've had an actual multiplayer match with this fleet. So I don't think this is gonna work very well. But at least the War Spears have the benefit of just ramming stuff for me. They're a nice big flail, as it were. I got 2 giant balls to throw around at people. And you could take it out of context all you damn well like. I'm still gonna do it. Just a question what we're up against. Alright, Mechanicus. So, Crew War Spears are potentially amazing at dodging those. Potentially. I just, again, need to actually pay attention at all times, which is what I'm realizing. Since this audio cue is not as noticeable anymore for the Nova cannons. At least it seems like it. This will still be fun regardless. 2 War Spears. What could go wrong with 2 War Spears, huh? And I do have the additional bravery, so they get plus... Yeah, they'll have... Is it plus 40? Yeah, so negative 10 bravery, so they could still break. Which is what I'm going to need to rally for. In all seriousness. I'll actually have the Castellans hit in somewhere as well. Now the honest question. Is this a good layout for Kauyon or not? Not without the asteroid shields, probably. I could still technically use the asteroid shields, probably not a good idea. We'll go with Monka.
The killing blow brings the enemy's end.
And my flail can start grabbing the objectives or start grabbing the points. This will definitely be different without a doubt. Just a question of... Well, I want my war... Well, actually my War Spears could kind of converge in the middle a little bit. It's just going to require a ridiculous amount of paying attention since I have 2 very noticeable ships that are likely going to get shot at a lot by Nova cannons. And they don't have emission dissipators. But that's not a big deal. My opponent can just fire Nova cannons anyway at them, with no real risk. But we know where to add. Oh, I'm willing to boost with this one ship here. And that will help it converge together a little bit faster that way. Actually, I should seriously boost with both of them. They're supposed to tank the shots after all.
At your orders, Koro.
And we'll see what we can do about these sauces with that said.
Shapers say we obey.
You have seized a strategic area.
Core L ready.
Alright, gotta be mindful about boosting carelessly here now that I'm
have
kind of
seized
in
a
Nova
strategic
Can range.
area.
Again, this is going to be a tricky part. I actually have to pay attention to both these ships.
Groot here to fight for Tau.
For Anvar, it will be so.
Yeah, just dance back and forth for safety's sake.
Shapers say we obey.
I would like to boost
The
here, that way it
enemy has
helps
seized
get
a
to the
strategic
rest of the
area.
fleet really quickly. Up, I'm getting shot at. Okay,
Groot here
Lances
to
are
fight
shooting,
for Tau.
so we know kind of what their priority is at the
As
moment.
Ethereal's wish.
Relocating War Sphere.
Does that
Shapers
dodge?
say we obey.
A little bit.
A patient hunter
I'm still
gets the
taking
prey.
shots though, but
To spread
we can
the
still get
greater
moving.
good.
This war spear is gonna flank in a moment.
Groot here to fight for Tau.
And it can't be
You
critically
have
hit, so it's not like
strategic area.
that was in what I want, damn it.
The Imperials
It was a little
guide us.
unfortunate.
There is your prey, caller.
Shapers
And that
say
distraction
we
did
obey.
cause me a lot of potential damage here.
Honor the teachings of Yola.
Groot here to fight
Now I'm not
for
listening to
Tau.
more Novacans, am I?
The
Yep.
prey can't outrun us.
That's a shame. That distraction cost me big time there.
Drones have identified an enemy target.
But I am out.
A fresh kill
Oh.
for the tribe.
No, really, is that what it is? Just a bunch of,
How may I serve the tower?
okay. Let me just scanner pulse and start killing these things off, then. Closer I get, the better.
Heretic drive engaged. At your orders, Koro.
And ideally get you in nice and close.
Force there, full speed.
Yes,
Tower
run,
shall prosper.
run. I do have repair drone. Is it in range? Yes, it's in range.
The patient hunter gets the prey.
3 battleships, interesting. So that's why you didn't hit me with more than you could have.
Seized a strategic area.
Prioritize the engines.
Groot here to fight for Tau.
And you could just tank the shots of the flagship there.
Shapers say we obey.
That's kind of what I want you to do, while we continue to hit the hell out of this thing.
Groot here to fight for Tau.
I gotta put you in a different group. This is a little bit more troublesome than it needs to be.
Aircast ready for orders.
You have the... Let's see. You have the faster recharge? No, you just have armor to your shields. Okay.
To fight for Tau.
As long as I'm hitting, we're all good here.
Enemy.
I just got experimental railgun. This will hit. Aw. If only I waited a few more moments, I could have got the devil hit. That would have been really nice.
Them for the Tau.
You have accumulated 25% of strategic
Yeah, where's my
points.
Air War Spear? Okay. It is coming up slowly but surely.
To spread the greater good.
The Imperials guide us.
Well, that was a bad time to lose my engines.
Say we obey.
Fire seeker missiles on everything. Let's make this hurt like hell.
The patient hunter gets the prey.
Groot
And now have everything
fight for
disengage.
Tau.
Although my flagship's a bit of a sitting duck is a bit of the problem.
Shapers say we obey.
The tower shall prosper.
The shields are up. So just make sure the shields stay up.
Fight for Tau.
Ah, that's abysmal.
Gravitic drive engaged.
Ah, it didn't have you selected. I thought I did.
Gets the prey. How may I serve?
We will devour their bodies.
Yeah, you're pretty much dead, alas. Hopefully the repair drone still works for a while. Because this could still... My control is just abysmal. Good god, though.
Imperials wish.
By my set.
It is not pretty.
At your orders, Koro.
Now kill this quickly.
We serve
Because that's going to board. They are mutinies, so... Actually, if you can get in the gas cloud, you're okay. Never mind. You're already mutinies.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Flagship, kill the flagship, make them break.
You have accumulated 50% of strategic
And the war spears at least
points.
could contribute by doing a bunch of damage. But yeah, that was an abysmal mess. I'm not happy with that.
the Ethereals guide us.
Especially with my morale now breaking.
Ready for orders. The Tauvar shall prosper. How may I serve the Tauvar?
Since now I don't have the damage potential, I relied heavily on the morale.
At your orders, Koro. For
And
Armada,
No, I do not want to have to hide the flagship all game either. That's not what I want to do, but I could have done a little bit better trying to control that.
The ethereals guide us.
As we've seen, it was a big, abysmal mess. Damn it.
The Tau vessel has been destroyed.
We serve
I just need
Armada.
a good night's sleep, I think. That might help with some of these problems.
Honor the teachings of
I got no
Viola.
excuses for that, because the damage was going really well, and then
Your orders, Koro.
it started actually falling apart when my crew war spears started
Weapons hot.
breaking. So that is a bit of a shame.
Aircraft ready for orders.
Well,
An escort
it was a
ship
good
is now
match
ready.
otherwise. No, that's kind of what the war spears do. They can be with rally though, but not with anything else. Ah my, this has just not been my day, has it now? It's starting to get late, so let's try once more with the Drukhari. I should probably call it a night, but I want to at least end off on a high note somehow. Somehow. Probably not going to happen though. We might end up getting the same opponent, possibly. At least we're getting the opponents now. It was quite the long wait before, good god. I wonder what was different from then and now. Well, it's the same opponent, that's pretty much why. Alright. Can I get my dang focus in or control proper? Since I let all those sauces kind of like... They seem like a really disorganized mess there. In all seriousness. But I kind of know what the fleet is to an extent. Critical hits are not likely to happen here. Now we only have potentially 3 Novacans to deal with too. So that will be interesting dynamic. Is this what I want to do? I kind of want to go straight for their ships, or the frigates ideally. But let me just hide these 3, that'll be the best thing I could do. And get your damn reload, I don't want you with tracking senses. And then otherwise... Venom Shards, I'm not really focused on boarding, but I do want to board one of those ships when I get a chance to start killing off the crew. That would definitely be damn impactful. Otherwise, we'll hold them in place and try and maximize their damage. And see if I can do a little bit better, that's a dream. Unlikely to happen, but that's the dream.
Cabal is all. We move.
We already kind of know it's 3 battleships there to an extent. You're all hitting, I think.
How may I
Oh, it
serve?
says you were detected, so damn it. You might have been
You
noticed.
have seized a strategic area.
With all speed.
But the frigates could spot something that helps a ton.
Engines to overload.
I just want one to move forward for. At least to be the
We
fodder. At least get spotted. I don't want all 3 of them to get spotted and then promptly shot down.
please you. What aids the Cabal?
The enemy
I did not
has
even pay
seized a
attention to how many
strategic
frigates we
area.
had to deal with either, to be honest, so
We move.
gonna have to make a note that there's probably multiples.
How may I serve? We shall
I'm just
slay
wondering if I
them
want
all.
that battleship to actually grab the objective or not.
The enemy has
It's
seized
probably
a
worth my
strategic
time. It
area.
does give away where the battleship is, though.
Fear our onset.
Which they kind of already know where the battleship is anyway, let's be fair.
Let the engines scream.
You have seized a strategic area.
Alright, you managed to avoid being revealed to an extent.
I see slaves to be claimed.
You have seized a strategic area.
Well, I'm kind of okay with that.
Agreed. The Cabal is all.
Well, I don't need my cruisers over there, but did that... Okay, that revealed all of them, alas.
We bring death. What aids the Cabal?
Kill it off, kill it off, that's what I want.
What is your wish?
Sadly, all these ships are probably gonna die a horrible death, so it probably was not worth it.
How may I serve?
Okay, we have a light cruiser as well.
With all speed. And the engines scream.
Oh, you just rammed right into a frigate, good god. That was not what I was expecting.
Destroy! I cannot fear our onset. Let the engines scream.
Alright, just hit this thing hard.
What is your
Ideally, get out your own damn way, please.
if it please you?
Well, that sucked.
What is your wish?
The damage is...
Bring death.
It's serious damage with that said, but damn,
So much pain.
messing up the control a tiny bit now, letting the shadow field fall off. Because you can actually contribute in this.
Engines to overload.
Oh, I wasn't looking to see where Novacan was going. I saw I was shooting at the battleship.
We move. They will fear us forevermore.
I am doing the damage necessary though. This flagship's all but dead right now. I just, again, gotta watch for those Novacan shots.
Great. Slaves taken.
Oh, actually, this thing's about to lose all its crew. I don't even need to fire any more torpedoes.
The Cabal is
Did a beacon actually... No, the beacon didn't actually stick on me. Okay, I was worried at first. Then maybe I did.
agreed.
And just lightning strike this to kill off.
Them all. Sowing terror.
Another example of why you don't spread out one face off against Drukhari.
The Cabal
Otherwise, you get yourself nice, promptly mutilated quite horribly here.
I serve.
Is that enough damage to kill? Actually, I should just hold position maybe.
With all speed.
You have accumulated 25% of strategic points.
We shall slay them all. We move.
Alright, so now let's go after
The
our
enemy has
next target.
accumulated 25% of strategic points.
This is definitely going to be a 90-day difference, isn't it?
The Cabal.
So I'm going to have a simple time
The engines
isolating these
scream.
Mechanicus, or these arc ships. I just gotta stop Wraithbone shifting, ideally.
Fear our onset.
Although I might not have much of a choice here. Yeah, I'm actually gonna get revealed in a moment.
If it please you.
So yeah, let's just shoot this down.
What
I don't have any
aids the
frigates, so that's
Cabal?
always a scare. Ooh, the fighters didn't actually reveal me.
Our onset.
But I can't do a lot until that beacon falls off in truth, so that's what I gotta wait for. Ooh. I knew it was about to fall off, I didn't realize it was going to be that instant.
Let the engines scream. What is your wish? We bring death. Their torment is our delight.
Don't have any boring damage or anything to fall up on, but...
Speed.
Nope, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have false maneuver right there.
All. We move. Engines to overload. We bring death.
And that should be enough to kill off that entire crew there, hopefully.
Is our delight. How may I serve?
Now, once I get a vision... Actually, I could just boost to do that. Who am I kidding? No more frigates after all.
Agreed.
Just gotta be unpredictable with my movements.
Is all.
Nope, never mind. It felt a little bit better, but damn it. I want my sauces to work. And, again, every time I try and focus on heavy light cruiser fleet, it's just a little bit... Even... just slightly not enough, I guess. Although, it's been a while since I played with my Shroud fleet. Is it possible I can make that work in any way or not? it doesn't have to worry about limited charges. That's the only good thing about it with the current setup. So maybe there's promise, it's just the objectives. Capturing the objectives that might be an issue. I'll have to think on it more, but I think that might be what I do for next time. Do Blood Bowl streams on Wednesday if I can make that stick. And ideally, Battlefleet Gothic videos over the weekend. That might be better for me. At least I'll be a little more rested, so that might help some in that regard too. But I thank you everyone for watching, those who tuned in. Not my proudest moment, but I'm hopeful to get a bunch of Tau matches in for the Friday video, and that should make up for it. I'm hopeful at least.